On the island of Newfoundland, upon the southwest coast, lies the little town of Virgil, to whom I'll sing this toast. There are so many highlands that lie just off her shore, and when the cold north wind blows, you can hear the billows roar. The people from the village make their living from the sea. They like their independence, it shows that they are free. Some fish in their small boats in the wind, the rain and sleet, while others make their living on the offshore trawler fleet. They've known their share of tragedies down through the years, and when the memories overcome, they show their grief with tears. For they have lost some loved ones to the furies of the seas, for heartaches and heartbreaks are locked in memories. This village, it's got beauty carved on its rugged shore. 7 miles of pure white sand, who could ask for more? The mountains and the valleys where the rivers run so fast, and the salmon rise to the sportsman's fly as he makes another cast. Tell the people of this village love their native home, for anyone who goes away most surely will return. Just like that lifelong mystery, the answer you won't know. What makes this rugged village burn so deeply in your soul? What makes this rugged village burn so deeply in your soul?
Good evening, and welcome to This Week in Review. Tonight in our stories we have Coffee Break, Torch Bearer, Operation Christmas Child, World Lions Day. Please stay tuned for these stories after this. Try your luck and play TV Bingo on Wednesday, sponsored by the grad class. Cards are 6 for $5 and can be bought from any student of the grad class or in most stores around town. The fire department had a coffee break for Alzheimer's on Thursday. Coffee or tea and a donut was served. People gathered together for a chat while enjoying their coffee and donut. Gord Ingram, through Sobeys and Coca-Cola, has been selected to carry the torch during the Vancouver 2010 Olympic Torch Relay. This was done because Virgil Foodland had the highest increase of sales in Coca-Cola. As a Vancouver 2010 torchbearer, Gord is an ambassador for his community and country by carrying and sharing the most sacred symbol of the Olympic game, the Olympic flame. The Olympic flame will travel from coast to coast, passing through every Canadian province and territory until its 45,000-kilometer journey of peace, hope, and unity. The relay will start its journey from Olympia, Greece, en route to Canada, where it will begin its 106-day journey in Victoria, BC on October 30th and conclude in Vancouver, BC on February 12, 2010. Gord has been selected to carry the torch on November the 13th. He will be in St. St. John's and will carry it from Clinch Crescent to the main entrance of the Health Science Center, a distance of 1,200 feet. Gord will also receive a torchbearer uniform, which he must wear during the relay. Congratulations, Gord, on your choosing. For a number of years, this community has participated in Operation Christmas Child. This project gives people the opportunity to provide a Christmas gift to a child whose life may be affected by war, poverty, or natural disaster. Christmas shoe boxes are now available at the back of the Anglican and United Churches. Your anticipated support is greatly appreciated. Deadline to have them back is Sunday, November the 8th.
Hello, I'm Franklin Graham. Last year, Samaritan's Purse's Operation Christmas Child collected over 7.4 million shoebox gifts. I'm asked over and over, Franklin, what is the most important ingredient that I can put in a shoebox gift? I tell them the most important item that you can put in that box is your prayers. If every person who packs a shoebox prays for the child that gets that box, can you imagine 7 million plus people praying for 7 million plus children around the world? What God might just do with all of those prayers as He answers them, it will be fantastic, tremendous. The impact that your prayers and your gift can have on this world for Jesus Christ. I want to take the next few moments and just share with you what God has done and what He is continuing to do through your gifts through Operation Christmas Child.
How has prayer affected Operation Christmas Child? Operation Christmas Child started as a small outreach to help war-torn children in Bosnia. Now it has grown into the largest children's evangelistic outreach of its kind, reaching children in some of the most remote areas of the world. During the past year, Operation Christmas Child brought hope and the gospel message of Jesus Christ through thousands of gift-filled shoeboxes. There were gifts placed into the hands of the littlest survivors of the deadly tsunami that struck South Asia. And children who survived the deadly terrorist attack in Beslan, Russia, received the comforting message of God's love as they received their shoebox gifts. Around the world, in the midst of war, disease, and poverty, these gifts, given with a message of God's love for them, have brightened the lives of countless little ones.
Operation Christmas Child is bringing hope and happiness and joy to the little ones and families around the world.
Operation Christmas Child truly brings the hope that there is in Jesus Christ millions of times over to children in some of the neediest places you could imagine. Throughout South Asia, many children and their families watched helplessly as the devastating tsunami destroyed homes, possessions, and livelihoods. Nilanthi and her 7-year-old son Sheen lost their home, their fishing boat, nets, and almost everything they had.
When I saw the waves, I thought we were going to be killed, and I was frightened for my son.
While Samaritan's Purse was at work throughout the area to help families like Nilanthi's rebuild their lives, Operation Christmas Child had a special surprise in store for the children. These gifts and the message of God's love were able to touch their hearts and bring a smile as children open their shoeboxes to find stuffed animals, colorful toys, and other presents. Throughout South Asia, these gifts have opened opportunities to share the message of hope found in Jesus Christ. Your gift is making a world of difference. The new graveyard on the outskirts of town is a grim reminder of the dreadful day when terrorists took control of the elementary school #1 in Beslan, Russia. Today, many children and their parents still struggle to rebuild their lives after the attack. The message that Operation Christmas Child brought here was, God has not forgotten you. Not only were the gifts from Operation Christmas Child a welcome sight to everyone, many saw them playing a big role in the healing process as well.
This is a tremendous, tangible way of showing that not only we love them and we care for them, we didn't forget them, but that they also are remembered by God.
Wherever the opportunity allows, Operation Christmas Child is sharing the gospel story of Jesus Christ through music, children's programs, and through the illustrated Bible story booklets offered to children in their own language. And it doesn't end there. Within the last 2 years, in partnership with the Mailbox Club, nearly 2 million children in 53 countries were given the opportunity to participate in an exciting Bible study program for kids. Most importantly, it's an opportunity for local churches to reach out to children in their communities.
Thank you, sir.
Operation Christmas Child works because of your involvement. Thousands of volunteers, children, families, churches and schools. People just like you who want to share in the mission of Operation Christmas Child and will take the time to prepare a shoebox.
We want to provide them with an opportunity to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ and to get a gift.
It's for my children to just show them that the real joy of giving is here doing this.
I volunteer for Operation Christmas Child because it gives me personally an opportunity to participate.
Bringing joy to all the kids of the world.
These boxes right here are going to be shipped out as fast as we possibly can because there are a lot of little children on the other end who are looking forward to receiving these boxes.
And how do the shoeboxes get there?
Operation Christmas Child is ready for takeoff.
And it certainly wouldn't be possible without those who take the time to pray, because the most important ingredient in Operation Christmas Child is prayer. Altogether, it gives Operation Christmas Child an impact that is unique and unlike any other gospel presentation to children in the world.
And it's a privilege to be able to come and to give them a little gift and to let them know we love them and that you at home who have given these boxes, that you love them and that they're special to you as well.
There's a special moment when each child opens his or her gift. When the child makes that connection, these gifts are for me. When combined with sharing the hope found in God's Son, Jesus Christ, these simple gifts provide a lasting way to transform lives. Your gift, through Operation Christmas Child, truly does make a difference, a world of difference, in each and every life.
Isn't it exciting to see what God is doing through Operation Christmas Child? The millions of lives that are being touched each and every year. We can only do this because we have people like you who pray, who give those boxes, and who help us financially. And remember, the most important thing is prayer. Pray for these children as we go in Jesus' name. Thank you, God bless you, and a Merry Christmas to each and every one. I'm Franklin Graham.
Smiling faces on every Christmas child. Smiling faces on every Christmas child.
On Thursday night, the Lions and Lionesses held their annual World Lions Day Senior Party. The MC for the evening was Doris Pink. The oldest man was Don Beveridge, and the oldest woman was Pearl Warren. Reverend Colburn said the grace, and supper was served by the lions and lioness.
Lord God, creator of this universe, you give us this gift of food to nourish us and give us life. Bless this food which you have made and human hands have prepared. May it satisfy our hunger, and in sharing it together, may we come ever closer to one another.
After supper, the Id table was introduced.
Way over there is Reverend George Charles and his wife Myrtle. And next to those, we have Lions President Jim Marsden. And then we've got our most senior male and his significant other, Don Beveridge and Claire Kendall. And in the middle we have Pearl Warren, our eldest lady here tonight, and her escort, Sherlyn Marsden. Right next to those we have Reverend Wilson Dolese, Reverend Mary Rose Colburn, and Gerald McDonald, who's here on behalf of the town. And right there is my sister Ruth, who's our Lioness President, and I'm MC Vivian. And that's our table, ladies and gentlemen.
Jim Marsden, Lions President, gave greetings, followed by the Lioness President, Ruth Tucker.
Good evening, seniors, reverends, invited guests, Lions and Lioness. I would like to welcome you all there this evening. I hope you enjoyed your supper and enjoy the evening we have planned for you. Cards and dancing after supper. I would also like to thank all the Lions and Lioness who prepared and served this delicious supper. Thank you and enjoy your evening. I have one little joke for you first. An old fellow, he was sitting on a park bench one day, just looking all around, and this young fellow comes and sits down and says, first thing you do is you always get a bottle of beer. Old buddy looked at him and he said, drinking beer, but you know what'll kill you? Well, he said, my grandfather, he lived to be 101. Oh yeah? So anyway, I'm like all in a pack of cigarettes. Lights up, he smoked. Old fella looked at him and he said, boy, he said, you know, he said, that's going to kill you. He said, my grandfather lived to be 101. Yeah, he said, did he smoke and drink? Yes, he said, every day of his life. They said, he still lived to be 101. He said, come, he said, that man lives a lot. He said, God, he said, mind his own business. Thank you very much.
On behalf of the Virgil Lioness Club, I'd like to welcome everybody here tonight. I hope you all enjoyed your supper, and I hope you all stay on for the cards and dance which will follow. October 8th, World Lions Day, is a special day for seniors in our town, because traditionally it's been the date of our annual October Seniors Party. Well, for me personally, seniors parties are both happy and sad at the same time. So I guess you can say they're bittersweet. It's so good to see old friends greeting one another, chatting, dancing, playing cards. And it's great to see our young new seniors who've just started attending these functions put on twice a year by the Virgil Lions and Lioness. It's wonderful to see our regulars, the older citizens of our community, who have been attending our parties for a number of years now. That's the sweet and happy part of our senior parties. The sadness that pops up amidst our celebrations is in remembering our seniors who can no longer attend our functions. As we look around the center, we all remember and miss faces of friends and relatives from senior parties now past. And we honor these special people as we also honor all of you here tonight. Seniors are very special people, and it amazes me to think of all the changes that you people have gone through in your lifetimes. You people have truly seen the most changes of any generation, and yet you take it all in stride. You people who live without TV, telephones, running water, electricity, and much, much, much more, are now texting on cell phones, downloading pictures on your computers, watching your grandchildren open presents Christmas morning from webcams, soaking in hot tubs, keeping up with the news on Facebook, and much, much more. Whoever said you can't teach an old dog new tricks, they didn't know the seniors in Virgil. So keep on learning, people, keep on living, And don't be afraid to teach the rest of us a thing or two. This is your evening, so please enjoy it. Thank you.
Gerald McDowell then said greetings on behalf of the town.
Lions, Lioness, as like Mrs. Pink said, it was a very short nose. And I'm here on behalf of the town of Berkeley to bring greetings to the seniors. And I wish you well in the future with good health and prosperity. And I want to thank the Lions Club for holding such an evening for you people. I know they've been doing it for years. It's been quite a few years since I've attended one, but it's been going on for years. And the Lions Club is an organization in this community that's been active since 35 years, I believe. I could be off a year or two, but I think it's 35. And done a lot of good work for the people in this community. So I want to commend them for that. And I also want to encourage some of our younger people out in the community to get involved with the Lions and Lionesses, because my understanding is that the membership is starting to decline, so it's time to get some new people in our organizations and carry on the tradition that's been going on for 35 years. To the seniors, I want to wish you the best of luck in the future, and I think with our aging population, the baby boomers coming on, we're going to see a lot more seniors in those halls in the very near future. On behalf of the town of Virgil and the citizens of Virgil, I want to congratulate you on your 35th or World Lions Day, I guess it is. And I want to commend and give greetings to the seniors for coming out this evening, and I'm sure you have a good time.
Gerald also announced that he was appointed mayor that very evening.
Now, I just want to switch channels there for a little while. I'm here on very short notice. I was notified 12:30 this evening. There was a council meeting at 4. So I went to the council meeting, and our old council resigned and the new council was sworn in, and I'm here tonight as your mayor, and I hope you can put up with me for 4 years. Thank you very much.
Greetings were also given by Reverend Colburn, Reverend Guyanese, and Reverend Childs.
I want to tell you that I'm very happy to be here in Virgil. As you know, I'm in charge of 2 parishes, Virgil and Ramia. I come from a little place over on the west coast, 3-hour drive for me to McKay's. I grew up in St. Fittins. My early life was consumed with living in the woods. My dad fished, so as some people look at me and say, how do you find boats? Well, I find boats just fine. I kind of wish there was times I could be swinging a cod jigger over the side, but those days are gone for me now. I got other reasons and purposes to be on boats. But I feel very privileged to be here. You have a beautiful community. It's a place that to me seems like it's been well built up. I know that there's been a lot of setbacks to your community over the years, but thankfully it looks like you've faced them all, and you know, you've come through the storms very well. And I congratulate you for that. You know, you're leaving a legacy for those behind you, and that's to really be commended. You know, you have provincial park, Sandbanks is provincial, yeah, okay. And that's a calling card to the world. When people ask me how I like living on this coast, I say, my dear, this is the best kept secret, I'm sure, because the coastline here and just the community itself, it's really beautiful, and I've only been treated with utmost kindness and warmth here, and I'm so happy to be here. And I keep telling everybody that one side of my brain is holding all the names and the other side of my brain is holding all the faces. So one of these days they'll all connect, I'm sure, I hope. But now I'm even more challenged because tonight there's even more faces and names. So thank you for having me, and I hope that this is the beginning of a new relationship for us all.
Talking to me, Mrs. Pink, she said she can give me the chance to talk for as long as I want.
No, she didn't.
I remember when I was growing up, my grandmother, she was a church-going person, and she died at the age of 101. Down in Africa, I remember her words, because sometimes we would try to dodge as far as church was concerned. She called us to pray every night and every morning. We wake up early in the morning around 5 o'clock to go to the fields. She said, come, let us pray, kneel down and we pray. She used to say to us, whatever we are teaching you, whatever privileges you are having as my grandchildren, that's not yours. It's mine, because I am your dad's mom. When I went to university, she reminded me, saying, you remember you were running away from church and misbehaving during prayer time. But now you are going there, remember, all what you are going to acquire is not yours, it's mine. Because I'm your dad's mom. I'm your dad's mom. I had a chance to talk to her just before she died, saying, what word can you say to me before you die? She said, remember my words and teach them to your children whenever they grow, as they grow up. Whenever you have children, teach them whatever knowledge they acquire, whatever type of work they go and work, even if they have a lot of money. That money doesn't belong to them. The money belongs to their parents. You know what? Seniors are such a blessing. Because you are the backbone, you are the basis, you are the foundation of us all as families. And it's a wonderful thing and a blessing to be amid so many seniors. You are the tape of wisdom, you know. You are the fountain of wisdom. Know that. And this is the time people need to come back to you and sit down and tell us those stories. When there was no power, no tap water, no radios, no television. Tell us those stories, what happened maybe in the 1930s, 1940s, which we will never know until we are told by the seniors. Thank you, Lions and Lioness, for planning for this, and thank you, everyone. And
I can recall the times that Ruth spoke about, and I can tell you the times we had no toilet. In stage they had trunkle, and in the house they had a slop shop. First I want to tell you how delighted I am to be here. Last year was a traumatic year for me, and my future in Virgil didn't look very good. And since my medical condition required me to be in Corner Brook, we couldn't attend the Lions party either here in October or at Christmas. This year we're happy to be able to attend. Home dialysis has given me a second chance at staying home where I want to be. Second chances are extremely important in life, and I appreciate the opportunity and express my sincere thanks for the second chance. You should always appreciate second chances. In that regard, I want to tell you a story. A young secretary got in the family way for her boss, the family man, for whom she worked. The mother decided to take things in her own hands and approach the gentleman. Shame on you, a married man. My daughter's now in trouble. What do you intend to do about it? The businessman replied, let's be civilized. I fully acknowledge I am guilty and responsible, but I cannot marry your daughter. I'm willing to foot all the bills, and when the baby is born, I will immediately settle $20,000 on it if it's a boy, $25,000 if it's a girl. I will pay all the education costs until the child is 21, and will remember the child substantially in my will. Now what do you say? I know there was somewhat taken aback, but after a moment or two she replied, "Oh, that is generous of you. Yes, indeed, I accept." Then suddenly she paled, faltered, and then quickly asked, "Oh, tell me, if the unforeseen happens and there's no birth, would you give my daughter a second chance?" I express my thanks to the doctors who so patiently and skillfully restored me to health. I'm not only thankful, but I have always been fascinated how quickly they make their diagnosis. Let me give you an example. An old country doctor was about to retire and decided to hand over his practice to his son, who had just finished medical school. The father was concerned that his son, educated in a newfangled way of modern medicine, might not fit in with country folk. So he decided to take his son on a few house calls to demonstrate just how he handled country folk. The first call was to a woman who was not feeling very well. The old doctor went in, examined her, looked around the room, and proceeded to write a prescription. And as he was about to write, he dropped his pen on the floor. He picked the pen up and said to the patient, "I want you to rest. You have been working too hard. Rest is the best medicine for you." Outside, the young doctor said to his father, "How did you come up with that diagnosis?" "Simple," said the father. "I looked around the room. It was spotless. I looked under the bed. Not a bit of dirt dust. I figured she was working too hard, thus the rest." "That's brilliant," the young man said. The next call was from an old fellow who lived on a farm. He was sitting in the chair and having difficulty breathing. The doctor asked, "Who brings your mail?" "I get the young fellow from down the road to fetch you," the old man replied. "You should get your own mail. You can take your time and walk to the post office. It will do you good. You need to exercise, and what's more, it will help your lungs." Outside, the young doctor told his father there was another good call. He said, "Dad, you are very good at applying modern concepts of rest, exercise, and responsibility in your diagnosis." The third visit, the old man handed the task to his son. and went along merely to observe. The call was to a young woman who was taken with hot flashes. The two doctors arrived quicker than expected at the house, and the young man proceeded to examine the patient. He took her pulse, temperature, and asked a few questions. He looked around the room and commenced to write a prescription. At that moment, he dropped his pen. Retrieving it, he advised the lady, "Now, ma'am, I want you to refrain from church work for the next 6 months. This will certainly help your condition." Outside, the old doctor fumed. "What on earth are you doing?" he asked the young man. "Rest, yes. Exercise, yes. But what is this about church work?" The young doctor turned to his father and said, "Father, I'm only following your good example. You can recall on first visit, you looked around the room and then looked under the bed when you dropped your pen. You recommended rest as the lady was overtired." "Yes, I did," replied the father. "But what does that have to do with doing church work?" "Well," said the young doctor, "I followed your technique, and when I looked under the bed, I saw the minister."
A door prize was drawn for and won by Mrs. Mary Bungay. A card game followed after supper. Cake was passed out at this time. Doris then proceeded to announce the winners.
First place with a score of 655 points is my dark cat, Marge McDonald. Where's she down? Margie! Congratulations! God, now you stay because we all together. And second place with a score of 650 points is Albert Wickets. Congratulations, sir. And there's always got to be somebody bringing up the tail end of everything. And with a grand total of 335 points, the booby goes to Jim Pink.
A dance that followed.
Bye.
concludes our program for tonight. Thank you for watching. Good night.